Good evening and welcome inside the Collins Arena. I'm Brian Goudsward as we get set for Brookdale Jersey Blues basketball here on this Tuesday night. And Brookdale in this matchup is going to host the Rowan College Roadrunners. Now first we'll give you Brookdale, who enters a record of 2-2. They've alternated wins and losses through their first 4 games, but coming off a big win their last time out, 72-67 over Middlesex. That was 1 week ago today on the 22nd of November. And as for Rowan College, the Roadrunners a record of 7-1, which is good for the best record in the Garden State Athletic Conference. And they too off a win their last time out, a close one against the Camden Cougars on the road. They won 51-49, and just like Brookdale last playing a week ago on the 22nd of November. So right now the starting lineups are being introduced to us right now, and we'll give you the lineup for the visiting Roadrunners first. They'll go with Brenna Lambert, Catherine Dunn. Those two have been in the starting lineup most of the season, along with Devin Wiggins, Raquel Harris-Scott, and rounded out with Sarah Getzinger. And right now we'll get the Jersey Blues lineup in front of us right now. Brianna Moore is going to be the first one. And here comes Chakasha Andrews being introduced right now, coming off a big game her last time out, as Andrews tallied 25 points in Brookdale's victory. Hermione Bankel gets another start, 18 points in her last game. And here is one of the sophomores, Colleen Brannigan, who made her season debut a week ago. And rounded out with Gianna Erico, as we make sure we get that pronunciation right. We had been going with Erico, but she notified us that it is Erico. So she rounds out the starting 5 for head coach Rich Brunson and the Brookdale Jersey Blues. So the coaches on each side, they both are named Rich. It's not often that you see that. Of course, Rich Brunson in his first season on the Brookdale sideline, and on the other side with the Roadrunners, it is Richard Cooper, and he is in his 3rd season at the helm at Rowan College. So we are about set for the opening tip, the Jersey Blues and the Roadrunners. The officials for tonight's game are Nate Santana, Jalen Lowry, and Bobby Hope. So at midcourt, it is Gianna Erico for the Jersey Blues, and for the Roadrunners, Sarah Getzinger, the 2 centers. And controlling the opening tip is Rowan, as Lambert gives it up, but Erico got in the way of that to knock it out of bounds. And so right away, possession stays here with Rowan. So just 4 seconds in, the first stoppage. And to inbound underneath is Brenna Lambert, looking for someone in a crowd. And the shot missed on the inside by Harris-Scott. And now Brookdale comes back the other way on their first possession. It's Moore back for Chakasha Andrews, who comes off a 25-point night her last time. On the inside, Erico backing her way in, but the shot altered, and a good job defensively by Getzinger to bring it back the other way for the Roadrunners. Devin Wiggins lines it up from 3-point range. That misses. Knocked out of bounds off Hermione Bankel, and possession is going to stay with Rowan College. The inbounds comes to Harris-Scott, tried to go glass, couldn't convert, and then you get a tie-up. As good aggressive play by Hermione Bankel, tying up with Lambert, and the possession arrow is going to favor the Jersey Blues, and they will get it. 9:20 to go, first quarter. So we're having some technical difficulties. We hope to get them resolved as we go along tonight. That's why you are not hearing the usual Tim Catalfamo aside from me, as the shot on the inside by Erico misses, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Brookdale. But we hope we will be joined by Tim as we go along and we get these technical issues rectified. But for now, it is just me, Brian Goudsward. And Brianna Moore right now to inbound underneath for Brookdale. Minute gone by, no score. Out for Brannigan on the wing. Now Moore in the corner, feeds it for Bankel. Erico, the outside jumper, comes up short. Offensive rebound, Bankel. Nice move to get around the defender, but the shot misses. And then the rebound to Harris Scott. Brenna Lambert sets it up for Rowan. The last game was the first that Lambert did not start. She had started in the first 7 for the Roadrunners. As they work it into the paint now, Dunn outside. Lambert, a contested 3, and she hits with Brianna Moore right in her face. And Brenna Lambert, who, as I mentioned, came off the bench and still put together a 20-point output in that game, the win for Rowan, 51-49 over Camden. This is Andrews inside, missing on the interior. And the Roadrunners will slow it down as Lambert brings it across. Devin Wiggins, double team came on her. Lambert's pass deflected, stolen by Moore. Ahead for Erico, to the rim, the layup no, but she's fouled as Brenna Lambert on the defense in the contested shot will pick up the first personal. So Erico's off to a very good start in her freshman year, shooting free throws well, 86% on the season. First one is no good. And the Jersey Blues have one new addition to the roster for today's game. Last week we saw Colleen Brannigan and Michelle Montefinis for the first time. And today, Jackie Lingo joins the group for the Jersey Blues, a sophomore from Avon, who is in uniform, and we'll see if she comes off the bench in tonight's game. Pressure applied in the backcourt. Roadrunners able to beat it. Catherine Dunn, bounce pass inside, off the glass, shot missed by Devin Wiggins. And the Jersey Blues come back the other way. This is Brannigan. Andrews directing traffic at the top. Erico way outside. Bankel sets the high screen, now takes the pass, and Bankel lost it out of bounds. It'll turn over to the Roadrunners. So Brookdale 2-1 in the conference. They are 2-1 here at the Collins Arena. They've only played one road game thus far, but that's about to change as they're going to hit the road for a lot of the month of December. Bankel the steal at half court. Here's Brianna Moore. The nice fake, and she takes it herself for the layup. So Moore faked the pass to Bankel, caught Rowan by surprise, and then took it to the basket for the layup. We are tied at 3, just underway at the Collins Arena, and another steal for Brookdale, as this time it's Brianna Moore. Moore again, and this time blocked. Devin Wiggins in the paint, and the Roadrunners come back the other way. This is Lambert, picked up defensively by Andrews. Lambert takes it right at her. The floater baseline gets the bounce. Though Brenna Lambert, already her second field goal. Sophomore out of Lindenwood, New Jersey. 5-3 in favor of the Roadrunners. Moore top of the key. Brookdale working it around the perimeter. Andrews likes to shoot the 3. That one off the side of the rim. Brannigan got a piece of it. But the last touch is by Rowan, and so Moore set to inbound for Brookdale. Devin Wiggins checks out. Olivia Essex, who is the Roadrunners' leading scorer, coming off the bench, though, and she checks in for the first time tonight. Feed the paint. Bankel back outside. Andrews this time. The jab step. Takes another 3. And she's 0 for 2 to start the night. The rebound uncontested to Raquel Harris Scott. Lambert on the perimeter. Enter the post. And Catherine Dunn off the glass. It goes. 7-3 Rowan. And I mentioned they have the best record in the Garden State Athletic Conference. That had been Middlesex, but Brookdale's win last week knocked them out of that first spot. And so back-to-back weeks, they're going against the best team in the conference. Moore, the hoist from three, missed. And Brookdale early on not making their shots from the perimeter. And now the outside shot, Harris Scott missed, tracked down by Erico. And 5 minutes gone by here in quarter number one. Brannigan picked up defensively by Harris Scott, and now it's Andrews to set it up. Shot clock at 15 as Andrews in no hurry. And now a whistle and a timeout taken by Rich Brunson. A very slow developing possession that time by the Jersey Blues. And we'll step aside, 4:44 to play first quarter. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Marshberger. I'm professor of political science, I co-chair honors at Brookdale. I also advise our History and Political Science Club as well as our Conquer Cancer Club. Education is truly important to me because I believe that education is empowering. And by receiving an excellent education, we offer doors of opportunities for ourselves and for our families. I seek to empower my students to be active and effective participants in our political process. You see, my course and all my courses in political science aren't just classes. They're about our lives. And while most students, are never expected to enroll in a political science course, I believe strongly that everybody should, because this stuff has real-world implications. It's all around us. It truly affects all of us. So political science is perhaps one of the most important disciplines that students should possibly take some classes in. In terms of my teaching style, I like to employ a multimodal approach, and that means I like to diversify.
Welcome back to the Collins Arena on Brookdale TV. And the Jersey Blues taking the full timeout. But the shot clock is now at 2. Does Andrews know it? Inside the arc. Misses it short, and the rebound taken by Getzinger. So Brookdale outside the timeout looked like they had no idea how much time was on the shot clock. As inside now, the bank shot by Victoria Aversa, who's checked in, misses. Essex lines it up for 3, and the long rebound is tracked down defensively by Bankel. Talia Terrell is now in the game for the Jersey Blues. Andrews, the crossover, the drive to the paint, and the scoop layup off the glass. Well, Chakasha Andrews, the Brookdale leading scorer, comes in averaging 18 points per game, and she cuts the deficit to 2. Sapphire Brown is in, gives it up for Getzinger. The follow by Aversa misses, and then a foul called as Getzinger was working hard right near the basket. And this will be the second team foul charged to Brookdale.
Foul drawn by number 35, Sarah Getzinger. Fouls addressed to number 1,
And it will be Ibrianna Moore picking up her first personal foul. Getzinger at the line. Gets the roll on the first attempt, 59% shooter on the season. As Gianna Erico is going to come in for the Jersey Blues. Andrews will get a brief rest, as will Colleen Brannigan. And our first look at Jackie Lingo as she's playing her first game with the Jersey Blues tonight. Getzinger, second attempt, and Lingo clears the glass. 8-5. Early going in this game, the Roadrunners in front. Bankel on the drive. Terrell, baseline delivery, it's an air ball. Fielded by Bankel, and she draws the foul. So underneath, that looks to be Sapphire Brown defensively for the Roadrunners.
fouls addressed to number 2, Brenna Lambert.
And Bankel will go to the line for Brookdale, averaging 9.3 points per game, and the first attempt is good.
To number 22, Sapphire Brown. That was her first.
Bankel, 46% free throw shooter to start the year. 1 out of 2, and the rebound to Brown, who averages about 8 boards a game for Rowan. Essex had it knocked away, and here comes Bankel off the steal, takes it right at Essex, but she gets a piece of that defensively, blocks the shot, and forces Brookdale to inbound underneath. It will be Talia Terrell to inbound. In for Montefinice, and she scores off the glass. So Montefinice in the game, and at 5'1", you sometimes can lose her defensively, and she cashes in on that bucket for the Jersey Blues. Essex the other way, and the rebound taken by Errico. Errico looking for a guard to give it to, finds Bankel as Brookdale gets set up on this possession. Double team comes, now Errico on the give and go, and it's deflected out off Brown. Chakasha Andrews is coming back into the game now. So I mentioned I thought it would be a brief rest, and it was just that. Talia Terrell gets a breather. Inbounds comes to Montefinice. Back outside for Errico. Jab step now starts the drive, strip to the ball. Back out for Bankel. Shot clock winding down. It's at 7. Bankel off the side of the backboard, but she's hit and fouled by Olivia Essex, who will pick up her first personal. And so it's the third team foul against the Roadrunners. Bankel back at the line, just made 1 out of 2 a minute ago. And now a pair of substitutions for Rowan, as into the game is Catherine Dunn, and Sarah Getzinger is going to get a breather. Raquel Harris-Scott has also returned. And now for Brookdale, Lingo to the bench and replaced by Colleen Brannigan. So Bankel to give Brookdale the lead, and she does with the second of 2 free throws. 9-8 Jersey Blues on top. Good pressure, and that forces a timeout by the Rowan sideline. Head coach Richard Cooper will talk it over with his team with 2:32 to play in the opening quarter, and will step aside and return to the Collins Arena right after this.
By instruction in order to reach all different types of learners. And by having students really get immersed in their educational experience, it makes it much more meaningful and much easier for them to assimilate knowledge. And so therefore I have my classes highly interactive and very participatory, and students really seem to enjoy that. Now, why I came to Brookdale? Well, actually I got my start at Brookdale, and I love this place so much. In fact, I even met my wife in the Honor Society. It's been a profound experience. I was
Brannigan for Bankel, back for Brannigan, and lays it up and in. Now beautiful execution off the turnover. And now another steal. This time it's Bankel, and she goes glass. So Brookdale having their way with the full court press, and another steal. Montefinice this time. Andrews inside. Bankel, good help defense. Errico from a tough angle and scores. So a quick spurt, all forced on turnovers by Brookdale, as this full court press is getting in the heads of Rowan, this time able to defeat it, and Dunn gets to the basket the other way for the Roadrunners. So that ends about a 7-0 run by Brookdale. They came away with 3 steals and 3 possessions, all on their end of the floor, and each time able to convert it into points. So it's now a 5-point Brookdale lead, 1:25 to go in the opening quarter. Errico sets the screen, step back jumper, it's a 3. Andrews missed it, and it's tracked down defensively. Victoria Aversa ahead for Harris-Scott, inside Dunn, and she uses the window for 2. Five on the floor for the Jersey Blues. It's Montefinice, Brannigan, Andrews, Errico, and Bankel. A near steal, but Bankel able to corral it. Montefinice in the corner, drives to the rim, goes up left-handed. And back the other way come the Roadrunners. Dunn had it stolen. Erico able to save it, and Andrews starts the break the other way. Rowan able to get back defensively. Andrews takes it right at Carly Reich. And Reich will commit the personal foul. And Brookdale to inbound underneath. So here comes 3 changes for the Roadrunners. As Brenna Lambert among them who's checked in. Erico, good position and scores. Again, the full court press, which has really bothered Rowan to start. Here's a foul. And Montefinice will pick that one up as handling it was Devin Wiggins. So Rowan can hold for a final shot of this first quarter. They trail by 5. Wiggins getting set to inbound. And Lambert's pass is too high for Dunn. So it looked like Rowan did not have much of an interest in holding for a final shot attempt. They turn it over. And now Brookdale will look to convert on their final possession of this first quarter. Down to 5 seconds to go. Andrews has it. Andrews for Brannigan. That's a long 3 at the horn, and it's off the backboard, no good, as the first quarter comes to a close at the Collins Arena, and a good one for the home Jersey Blues. They have a 5-point lead, 17-12 after 1. The second quarter from the Collins Arena is coming up next on Brookdale TV.
I'm here with sophomore guard Sky Harris. Sky, how do you feel the women have played today?
I mean, in the beginning, they were struggling to get started, but once they went full court presence and they really got into them, I'm really proud of them right now.
The Brookdale basketball women's team is up 17-12 at the end of the first quarter. And Sky, my next question is, what do you guys have to do today to get the win against Rowan?
We just got to force them to play our game. We're a team that likes to run in transition, so if we can get them to run in transition and get them tired and out of the game, that's what we're really focusing on, and just get into the glass, getting offensive rebounds. We're a big team. We got to use our size to our ability, and we do those 2 things, we're going to be hard to stop tonight.
Sky, I believe if you do what you said, you'll get the win tonight, and good luck and everything.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
President of Alpha Pi Theta, which is Brookdale's chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. I even got to deliver the graduation speech. And my time here was really thoroughly enjoyable. I had a wonderful experience. I had outstanding professors. And I always knew that I wanted to come back and give back. And hopefully that's what I'm doing now, paying it forward to future generations. And I mean, to me, education is just, such a wonderful field. And maybe the most important aspect of this is a chance for me to make a positive difference in the lives of others, and I hope that's been what I've been able to achieve during my time here.
And the second quarter about to begin at the Collins Arena. Jersey Blues hosting the Rowan Roadrunners tonight. And Rowan opens up the second quarter with the basketball. Lambert, Andrews picked her pocket. Bankel nearly got away with an extra step, but she'll bring it into the front court for the Jersey Blues. Take it all the way and go glass for 2. Hermione Bankel made up her mind she was going to take it to the rim, and she did. This time able to get it across the midcourt line. Essex, that's a long 3. And the box out by Ibrianna Moore. So the Jersey Blues open up quarter number 2 with Andrews, Moore, Bankel, Brannigan, and Rachel Rouse. Brannigan couldn't handle the pass, and it will be a jump ball situation. And this time possession arrow will favor. Now it looks like they actually charged a foul on the Roadrunners side. Devin Wiggins will pick up the team's first of quarter number 2. Bounce pass for Bankel. Moore puts it up from 3-point range, and it's knocked out of bounds off Olivia Essex, excuse me. So Andrews set to inbound for Brookdale. And Colleen Brannigan is called on the offensive foul. You don't often see fouls before an inbounds pass, but the Jersey Blues will turn it over here. Minute gone by in the second. Brookdale leading by 7. Good ball movement along the perimeter. It leads to a Lambert 3, and the rebound is to Bankel. Andrews on the wing. And now the baseline drive. Brannigan, her pass stolen out of the air. And back the other way come the Rowan Roadrunners. Rivera on the drive, had it stolen. A good defensive play by Colleen Brannigan. Ahead of the court for Andrews, it's a 2-on-2. And Andrews will take it herself and bank it home. (21-12) Brookdale. Rich Brunson's been comfortable with the full court press, and this time they forced the Roadrunners into a travel. Gianna Errico at the scores table is checking into the game, as Brianna Moore will take a seat. And now for the first time, Cheyenne Lyons is in for the Jersey Blues. 2 minutes elapsed here in the second. And they give Andrews the 3, so she takes it. It's off the mark, and the rebound to Wiggins. Open look at a 3. Harris Scott, too strong. It's an air ball. Tracked down by Wiggins. Nice pass inside, and Lambert goes glass to score. Jersey Blues 21, Roadrunners 14, with 7:20 to go until halftime. Lyons for Andrews, thought about the 3, now drives in, off the rim, couldn't get the roll, and the rebound by Sarah Getzinger. Ahead for Harris Scott, and she was held. Rachel Rouse will pick up the personal. First personal on the Jersey Blues, freshman out of Neptune, and the second team foul against Brookdale of this second quarter. So Essex is inbounding right now. In for Harris Scott. Good ball movement along the perimeter. Essex is double teamed. Gets around Bankel. Baseline jumper off the rim. Knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? The Jersey Blues did. Check that the Roadrunners did. And Brookdale will have possession here. Just under 7 minutes to go in the second. Resetting the lineup for Brookdale. It's Andrews, Lyons, Bankel, Errico, and Montefinice, the 5 on the floor. Bankel sets the screen. Andrews guarded on the outside by Lambert. Takes it right at her. Good defense by Lambert to knock it out of bounds. And the Jersey Blues will retain possession with 10 on the shot clock. Andrews to trigger in. Out for Montefinice, who had to go a long way back to track it down. Shot clock is at 5. Andrews for Bankel in the paint, and she was hit on the arm as she released the jumper. And Hermione Bankel will go to the free throw line. And Devin Wiggins picks up the personal foul for the Roadrunners. That's number 2. Bankel already 4 attempts at the free throw line tonight. And well short on the first attempt. So Wiggins with 2 personals heads for the bench. And Catherine Dunn has returned for Rowan. So 1 out of 2 from the line for Bankel, coming off an 18-point outing in the win over Middlesex a week ago. As Brannigan is back into the game for Brookdale. And Rachel Rouse to the bench. Raquel Harris-Scott couldn't finish at the rim, and Lyons in traffic came away with it. And now Montefinice will settle it down as she gives it for Andrews. Lyons from the outside, short on the three, and the rebound by Harris-Scott. Harris-Scott driving toward the rim and goes glass for two. So Harris-Scott, one of the two players on the Rowan team to have started in all 8 of Rowan's games to start the year, and she's off to a good start here tonight. However, Brookdale leads by 6. Andrews looking to add to that margin, came up short on the three-point attempt. And here comes Olivia Essex. And that pass not on the same page, looking for Lambert, who is cutting to the rim. And the turnover for the Roadrunners will give it back to Brookdale as Brianna Moore returns to the court. And Andrews will get another brief rest here with 5:27 to play until the half. Errico on the perimeter. And she's fouled as 2 defenders were there. Getzinger along with Dunn. And it will be Getzinger to pick up the personal. That's her first. 3rd team foul against Rowan. Tough shot by Brannigan and called for a traveling violation. So that was something that, as Tim knows, we saw so many of in the game last week on both sides. And you get one here as we come up on the 5-minute mark of this second quarter. Harris-Scott gives it up. Lambert in a crowd puts it up. Too strong on the runner. And coming back the other way is Brannigan, slows it down. Essex applying pressure, but Montefinice able to advance it. Errico from the outside, and there's another travel. So back-to-back possessions resulting in traveling calls. Errico called on that one before she could release the jumper. And the ball back to Rowan College. So Bankel back in, Lyons to the bench for Brookdale. Andrews is set to check in next whistle. She's in front of the scores table. Getzinger gets it across for Rowan. Dunn, the back in on Errico. Tough shot, offensive rebound, and the putback. Getzinger underneath. 22-18 Brookdale. Montefinice for Errico. Drive inside, and not a lot of resistance from the Rowan defense, and too easy for Errico, who gets it to go. Dunn. Shot blocked, and then out of bounds was Dunn. So Errico comes away with the blocked shot, and then as Dunn got it back, she's on the end line, and the Jersey Blues will have it. 4:12 to go in this second quarter. And right now the starting 5 is on the floor for Rich Brunson's Jersey Blues. Andrews back in the game. Bankel top of the key. Errico sets the screen. Bankel on the drive and fouled. So Hermione Bankel, who is making a living at the free throw line here in this first half, it's already taken 6 attempts and back there one more time. 4th team foul picked up by the Roadrunners. And Bankel knocks down the first attempt, as Sarah Getzinger is going to get a breather. And Brenna Lambert checks back into the game for the visitors. Bankel made the first, second attempt, in and out. Essex able to get the rebound. Harris-Scott is open off the rim for 2. And it's deflected out of bounds off the Jersey Blues. A new shot clock to work with for Rowan. Lambert to inbound underneath. Lambert outside finally to Carly Reich. Back for Lambert. Pass down low. Dunn gets surrounded by Brookdale defenders and couldn't finish. Rebound to Errico. Now Brookdale doing a good job defensively in this first half. Errico inside, the nice move. As Dunn was there to alter the shot, and Errico couldn't put it in. Lambert pulls the trigger on a three and connects. Brenna Lambert from deep. And the Roadrunners don't shoot a lot of threes, but when they do, they generally have made a good percentage of them, 40% as a team from behind the arc, which is certainly respectable. Andrews using the Errico screen, pull-up jumper, and the rebound by Reich. Now, Brookdale went to a lot of the full-court press in the first quarter, not as much of it here in the second. And the Roadrunners have been able to fight their way back into this game. It's a 4-point Brookdale lead as it stands right now. Essex gives it up. Right corner pop off the side of the backboard. Dunn the offensive rebound. Harris Scott put it back up. And the Jersey Blues not allowing the score as Errico is in the area. And Bankel is fouled on the pass to Moore. And guess what? It's more free throws for Hermione Bankel. Harris Scott commits her first personal. And Bankel, this is going to make it double-digit free throw attempts of this first half. And Olivia Essex, the Roadrunners' leading scorer, who has come off the bench in this game, is taking a seat right now. Bankel, second attempt, no good. Offensive rebound, Brannigan had it for a moment, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch, Rowan. And so the Jersey Blues get another opportunity with a fresh shot clock to work with. And Andrews to inbound on the far side. 2 minutes to go in the half. Errico strong drive but missed. And coming away with it is Catherine Dunn. Lambert bounce pass, Reich inside the arc, no good. Tracked down and eventually taken by Andrews. Threading the needle to Bankel, but too strong on the layup attempt. Tried to track it down out of bounds. And it's going to evidently stay with Brookdale, which head coach Rich Cooper cannot believe. And he tries to plead his case against the official's call, but he's going to get no satisfaction, and instead we have a timeout on the floor. 1:34 to go until the break. We'll be right back.
I've been here for 2 years, and a number of years at night working as an adjunct. I have a master's degree in industrial education. My ASEs have been valid for about 25 years. I'm a fully certified master technician, which enables me to teach any number of the courses here. I teach everything from brakes to automatic transmissions. My desire to be at Brookdale is got a lot to do with my experience at the high school and sending kids here and seeing them perform and come out to work. Our program teaches them all 8 areas of the ASEs. It's a 2-year program, and it really solves the problem of parents wanting kids to have a college education and the kids want to work with their hands. So they come out with a 2-year degree. Their program will lead them to a number of different places. Could be the General Motors dealership if they're part of our GM program. May be part of a Toyota program. They can go work for an independent, for example, Firestone or Goodyear. They can go into business for themselves. Many students get their start here at Brookdale.
Welcome back as we have 1:34 to go in this first half. The Jersey Blues leading the Rowan Roadrunners by 4. It's 25-21. And Brookdale turns it over here. The steal by Harris Scott. The break the other way. Harris Scott counted and one. So Raquel Harris Scott has a chance for three. Comes away with the steal and then scores in transition as the foul is charged to Erico. And Harris Scott, 50% free throw shooter, looking to cut the deficit to one, and she does. So a tight game between two good teams. Brookdale has a 500 record coming in, and the Rowan team tops in the conference at 7-1 as Moore, the contested three, is an air ball. And it's out of bounds, and we'll go back over to Rowan. Just over a minute to play in the first half. Lambert against Bankel, and now it's Reich. Harris Scott, nice pass inside. They left Dunn uncovered, but she couldn't handle it cleanly, and Andrews back the other way for the Jersey Blues. Andrews pulls it up from three and hits. Chakasha Andrews not shy about shooting, and in transition, the three, and now the steal. It's Brannigan. Brannigan pull-up jumper inside the arc is short. Bankel able to track down the offensive rebound. Andrews extra pass. Brannigan for three. And the rebound to Harris Scott. Rowan can hold for a final shot attempt to this first half. We're down to 10 seconds. Reich way outside. Now it's Lambert, guarded by Moore. 3 seconds left. Bounce pass for Aversa. Lambert at the horn for three. Off the front rim, no good. And the first half comes to a close at the Collins Arena. And it is a 28-24 Jersey Blues lead right now after one half of play here at the Collins Arena. And so it was a good first half for Brookdale as they have a 4-point lead as we speak right now. As I mentioned, 28-24 being our halftime score. And this is a good opponent they're playing, a team that came in at 7-1. Second straight game for the second straight week. They're playing a team that came in tops in the Garden State Athletic Conference. And so it's another tough challenge for Brookdale, but they've handled it well through the first half as they lead by 4 right now. I'm Brian Goudsward, and we'll get set for our halftime interview. Are we ready for that? We are not ready for that right now, so we'll keep it right here. And again, this is the first game of our doubleheader, as Tim Catalfama will have the call of the men's game coming up when we're done here for now. So the Jersey Blues did a good job defensively, had that one sequence in the first quarter where they forced 3 straight steals, all off the full court press. Each time we're able to lay it in for 2. Got the lead up to about 7. Rowan was able to get back into it in the second quarter, make it a close game, and that's where we stand right now after one half of basketball, 28-24. So that is our halftime score. That'll do it for us right now. We'll be back for the start of the second half, and we'll see you back then.
Having trouble declaring a major? Or do you have a degree and don't know exactly what to do with it yet? Well, look no further, because the Major Fair is here for you. Hi, I'm Sophia Perola, and welcome to Brookdale's second annual Major Fair, where students can explore various academic options, find out what jobs are in their field of study, and talk with department representatives who can assist them in the decision-making process.
I'm the Director of Career Services here at Brookdale, and today we're at the Major Exploration Fair to help students learn more about what they can do in certain careers, what they can do with their majors, and then also to talk about all the hands-on learning opportunities that we offer. We do have a great online job and internship database that every student is able to register for and utilize, has hundreds of employers and jobs in there right now and internships, so great resource. We have a lot of good resources. There's a lot of great tables here. The faculty are here representing their majors. So I think this is a great way for them to be introduced to it. And then it takes a little bit of research, and students are always able to come and talk to anyone in career services about, their careers and their majors as well.
I'm Joe Verone. I'm a professor in the English department here at Brookdale.
So how do you think that the English department can connect with prospective students at the major fair?
Oh, the major fair I think is great. Students don't usually think of English as a career option, and I think it's nice in an informal setting like this to just have people come around, say hi, meet like real human beings behind a table. So it's really an effective way for us to kind of reach out to students.
I'm Professor Schaefer, and I am from the Business Management Department. I'm representing business, economics, accounting, etc. So it kind of gives them an idea of all the variety of things that you can do out there in the business world. We kind of give them a direction and a path on which they could take to be successful and profitable and produce and give to the economy as a whole. It's my first time at the event, and there's a lot of students here, and I'm getting a lot of questions, so I really think it's a good idea, and they're interested.
I'm junior, my major is communications and minor in business. This whole fair is beneficial to anybody who wants to graduate and succeed in life. I want to pursue my my career, because being here and like talking to my professors, I feel like I owe it to my professors to at least go out and do good, because they take their time to teach you, and the school takes their time to put up these fairs. So why not actually like take the information you learn and use it, and come back one day and say, hey, I did this.
So my name is Joe Walsh. I'm the Assistant Director of Off-Campus Programs for Rutgers University, and I'm here today representing the Rutgers-Brookdale Partnership. We're very glad to be here. Rutgers has been partnered with Brookdale since 1998. One of the hardest things we've had in terms of recruiting is that a large number of Brookdale students still don't know we're here. So this is a way to be visible out in front of students, just in their daily lives without being too intrusive. And we understand not everyone's going to come to Rutgers University, but since we have a special partnership with Brookdale, we want to be wherever Brookdale students are, let them know that we wanted them to think of themselves as Rutgers students now, and to make the transition and the transfer as seamless as possible.
A lot of times we focus our energy with the academic departments on selling Brookdale to incoming students, and then we have students here who might be questioning their degree choices. This is a way for current Brookdale students to learn more about what's offered at Brookdale, what they could do with a specific program of study, and just a little bit more information about what's happening here.
Well, that's a wrap. It sounds like the major fair was a major success. To learn more about what Brookdale has to offer, visit our website at brookdalecc.edu. I'm Sophia Parola. Thanks for watching.
Like a lot of people, I thought community college was a backup option, a discount education. But now, I can't imagine starting anywhere else. Brookdale challenged me. I had the tools and the faculty I needed to grow, both as a student and an engineer. Today, I'm transferring to a prestigious university and finishing a fellowship at NASA. I'm Nick Sikowski, and I came to Brookdale to save money on college. I never imagined it would be the smartest move I ever made.
My daughter was born premature, and the hospital's respiratory therapist saved her life. When the economy crashed, we moved back to New Jersey for my husband's career, but nobody was hiring drama teachers. So I joined the respiratory therapy program at Brookdale. It's a great field with job security, and you can be there for people who really need you. My name is Joriel Miller, and I came to Brookdale to change my career. I never imagined I could help save a life.
I'm more than just a college student. I'm a marathon runner, a volunteer, and a philanthropist. I'm an employee. I'm a future master's degree holder. I believe the path to a better world is paved with a million small steps. Thanks to Brookdale, I'm already halfway there. My name is Killian Warman, and I came to Brookdale to explore my passions. I never imagined I'd have the flexibility to pursue them all.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and it's the end of semester here at Brookdale. Do you know what that means? It's time for the annual Spring Fling celebration. This year, the Student Life Board decided to take a trip through history and use different decades as the inspiration for each event.
My name is Layla Taki. I'm a special education major here at Brookdale. I am secretary of the Student Life Board. To put together Spring Fling this year, we, as a group, we sit down every year and we come up with themes. So we brainstorm, what can work, what cannot work. And at the table this year, someone said, hey, how about through the decades? And it just stuck, and we were like, that's awesome. So then we started planning through the decades. We decided we wanted to do 60s, 70s, and 80s. Tuesdays was 60 Day. It was the hippie vibe. We had an awesome turnout. Last night, we had a 70s roller skating rink, which also had a really good turnout. I was actually very surprised. try. Sometimes it's hard Wednesday night. And then today is our 80s theme day. We have Mr. Belding and karaoke and super fun 80s arcade games and a candy bar. I think people really liked last night, and I think today is going to go over really well. Everyone's going to love Mr. Belding. He's awesome. I mean, look at him up there.
My name is Chris Berry. My major is communication media. I actually came here special for this karaoke thing because I know the DJ. He does karaoke at MJ's restaurant in Tinton Falls on Tuesdays, and basically, you know, I'm friends with him, and I felt like I had to come out and represent him, represent the school, and just have a good time.
Hi, my name is Brad Comer. My age is 19 years old, and my major at Brookdale Community College is education, hoping to be a phys ed teacher. In the 60s, we did a tailgate. The Asbury Park Press was here, so you guys can find me on app.com if you look for the article. And also, we got to play cornhole and other tailgating 60s games. And last night was 70s night with the roller disco in the BREC building. I tell you, it was a very fun experience, and I got to blade and see a lot of people, and I must say I'm very proud of the attendance rate. It was a very good time, and today I'm looking forward to the 80s. So I have a few songs for my friends, so I look forward to singing them. I'm going to sing 1985, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Jesse's Girl, and a Beach Boys song for my friends.
I'm Rachel McDonald. I'm 19 and business administration. Being with Mr. Belding was definitely one of the funniest things I've done at Brookdale. He got everyone involved, and it was really honestly so fun just to sing and joke around with him. He was so nice.
I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today. As I should.
Our student response actually has been pretty amazing. I've heard nothing but good things at this event.
I'd like to say that I'm very proud of the student body for finally stepping up to the plate and getting involved. I feel extracurriculars are just as important as our academics.
Not really. Thanks for coming out, everyone. I appreciate it.
Best of luck on your finals. I'm Laura Vetter for Brookdale TV, and thanks for watching.
I went to college right after high school, but it didn't work out. After a few years in the workforce and the birth of my son, I decided to give college another try. At Brookdale, something clicked. I met amazing professors and found a major I was passionate about. I made the dean's list, landed a great internship, and now I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree. Thanks to Brookdale, I have what it takes to see my dreams through. I'm Tara Boyce, and I came to Brookdale to give college another try. I never imagined I would find my passion.
Hello, how are you? I'm talking. Keep talking. Can you hear me? I don't know. I mean, my levels as far as what I can hear. Okay, Brian, why don't you put your headset on? They're not sure yet, but just
I'm Celeste Chericello, and I'm the design department chair here at Brookdale. I've been the design department chair
It is. I mean, it's also like 60 degrees in, November.
Architecture, interior design, and graphic design. The great thing about our department is that the professors, the adjuncts,
What are they
the
saying?
learning assistants, all support the students and each other. I'm also an associate professor here at Brookdale in the interior design program. And before I became a professor, I worked in the interior design field for 15 years in high-end residential design. And I went back to school for my master's in art education, and I was able to put my two passions together, and I'm able to do what I love here at Brookdale. I feel really strongly about getting students involved in their education. One way that we do that is through clubs. We have a student chapter of the American Society of Interior Designers, and we also just started a campus center for the International Interior Design Association. Those are great ways that students can get involved on the board or through committees, and it's a great thing for them to put on their resume. Some other ways we get them engaged are through hands-on experiences. One way is through the Visiting Nurses Association. The Stately Homes by the Sea Designer Showcase is a great way for students to become engaged. We just completed our 4th showcase this semester, and the students are able to see a project go from design concept all the way through completion and installation. And they work so hard on these show houses, but it's something that I can't give them in a classroom. Another thing that we get them involved in are competitions. Competitions are a great way for students to challenge themselves, and we truly encourage the students to join competitions, and we do try to bring that into the classroom. We also bring in designers that specialize in healthcare, or they may specialize in hospitality design. There are so many different avenues that interior designers can take. The best thing about Brookdale are the opportunities that we give to the student. We really try to make learning fun, and you just can't get better than that.
Hi, I'm Dan Lees from the Speech Communication Department at Brookdale Community College. I welcome you to come and explore Brookdale and see all that we have to offer. In the Speech Communication Department, we teach courses in public speaking, interpersonal communication, and small group communication. For me, college was a life-changing experience. I never looked at the world the same way after my time in college. And I think Brookdale will offer you that same kind of life-changing experience. Not only will you enjoy yourself at Brookdale and have a good time, but you're going to learn a lot. And you're going to take those skills out into the world and apply them in your work field, whatever it may be. So join us at Brookdale. You might find it changes your life.
And welcome back inside the Collins Arena, Brian Goudsward, and we hope to have Tim Catalfamo with us as we start the second half. Brookdale leading by 4, the halftime score, 28-24. And Hermione Bankel was the high scorer for the Jersey Blues, much of that at the free throw line, where she drew a number of fouls and got to the line 10 times in the first half. And so the Jersey Blues will start the second half with possession.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they can do here in this second half.
And so Andrews with the ball right now. Backs it out to the top of the key, takes the 3, and it's rebounded by Getzinger. Olivia Essex starts the second half on the court, as she started this game coming off the bench. And here's a traveling call as Catherine Dunn tried to track down that pass in the paint. So we continue to have technical difficulties. Apologies for that, as we will not have Tim Catalfamo for the first game of our doubleheader. A traveling call on Brookdale here. But Tim will be with us for the second game, as the men will play the second game of the doubleheader against the Rowan Roadrunners about 15 to 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. So for now, it's just me, Brian Goudsward, and it's Catherine Dunn for Harris Scott. Missed it in the paint, tipped though by Getzinger. She takes the offensive rebound. Essex's 3 is off, and Dunn, another rebound. This is the 3rd opportunity on this possession. Essex, that's a long 3, well off the mark. Bankel, the defensive rebound. Starting 5 on the floor. Andrews lines it up, too strong from 3. Rebounded by Dunn. And trying to save it out of bounds, Lambert, but she's out of bounds. So the Rowan team enters play. They're 4-0 in the Garden State Athletic Conference. For the Jersey Blues, a record of 2-1. Foul called, not in the act of shooting. Getzinger will pick up the personal foul. And that is number 3. First team foul of the second half picked up on Rowan. And now checking into the game. Replacing Getzinger in foul trouble is Sapphire Brown. Andrews to inbound. Errico backs it out. Lambert went for the steal. Moore for 3. Short. Offensive rebound. Bankel back up. And this time it's taken by Moore. Andrews had a thought about the 3. Working against Essex. Now it's Brannigan. Outside. Moore catching fire. Bucket. A 3. So Brianna Moore likes to shoot it from distance. And averaging 7.3 points per game. She has her first basket of the second half. On the other end, Brown. Cross-court pass for Scott. Into the paint. Dunn. Couldn't get the roll, but she is going to the line.
The foul's on Brookdale's number 4.
And Hermione Bankel will pick up the personal. Her first of the night. Free throws for Dunn. Shoots it at 46% on the season. With Brookdale leading by 7. And the first one no good. Montefinice and Talia Terrell replace Bankel and Andrews. Dunn, one of 2 road runners to start all 8 of Rowan's games to start the year. A freshman. Second attempt and gets the roll. So it's a 6-point game with 7:45 to play in this third quarter. Brannigan, that's an open look for 3. Offensive rebound, Terrell back up. And the rebound defensively to Harris Scott. Lambert for Essex. Dunn out on the perimeter, able to find Lambert. Guarded by Moore. Bounce pass to the corner for Brown. Shot clock winding down, it's at 7. Harris Scott from 3, and the rebound to Montefinice. And Essex will commit a reach-in foul as Montefinice brought it into the front court. And so for Olivia Essex, it is personal foul number 2. Second team foul against Rowan of the third quarter. Montefinice, top of the key. Now it's Moore. Errico on the drive, goes right-handed and gets it to go. Now Gianna Errico has been in double figures in 3 of Brookdale's games so far this season, including last week when she put up 13 points. Essex against Montefinice, she has the height advantage. Tough shot and banks it in. Olivia Essex, who comes in averaging just under 15 points per game, and a tough make that time for Rowan. Brookdale with the ball and a 6-point lead. And this is going to be a turnover on an over and back call. With 6:11 to play in the third. What's interesting about the Rowan Roadrunners is 4 of their 7 wins this season have been by exactly 2 points. But when they haven't won by 2 points, their scores have been a win by 53, 25, and 54. As the 3 by Essex goes up over the backboard and the ball back to the Jersey Blues. So when they don't eke it out by 2 points, they're winning by 50 and 25, which you don't see very often. So there's been no in-between for these Roadrunners. Off to a very good start at 7-1. Head coach Rich Cooper in his 3rd season at the helm, the program on the rise down in Gloucester County. So Brookdale with possession right now. It's in the hands of Brannigan. Lingo has checked into the game. Brannigan tried to find Terrell, but it's a turnover for the Jersey Blues. As for Brookdale, I referenced it in the first half. They played most of their games at home so far, 3 of the first 4, but 6 of their next 8 are going to be away from the Collins Arena, as Essex will draw the personal foul. And it's Montefinice picking up the personal, her second. Side out of bounds for Rowan. Essex to trigger in. Essex against Lyons. Pump fakes the pass, goes to the rim, and draws the foul. Talia Terrell will pick up her first personal. Third team foul against Brookdale of this third quarter. And the first attempt, Olivia Essex doesn't get the roll. So Essex 15 points, 10 rebounds, averages a double-double. 1 out of 2 from the line. And a 5-point Brookdale lead, 5.5 to go in the third. Brannigan directing traffic at the top. Watched by Brown. Lingo's bounce pass for Montefinice. The drive to the rim, shot swatted. And that was down low, Devin Wiggins. So Brookdale retains it. Carly Reich is in. Brenna Lambert to the bench. And Brannigan to inbound for Brookdale. Lyons stripped of the ball, stolen by Sapphire Brown. One player to beat, takes it herself. Finger roll with the left hand, no. But a foul is called, and that will send Sapphire Brown to the free throw line.
Number 23, Colleen Brannigan.
So Brannigan will pick up her second. Brown just a 43% free throw shooter, averaging 8 points and 8 rebounds a game this season. Gets the roll on the first attempt. One out of 2 from the line. Tipped underneath, and Talia Terrell comes up with it for the Jersey Blues. Nearly stolen in the backcourt by Essex. Montefinice for Terrell. Terrell to the rim. Can't get the bounce. Lingo tipped it back for Montefinice. She goes glass, can't convert. And then you get a whistle, and it's going the other way. So did they get a Brookdale foul? It looks like they did. A push underneath the basket. And Talia Terrell picks up 2 quick ones here in this third quarter. So Brookdale now with 5 team fouls. Rowan with 2. 33-29 Jersey Blues on top. Essex knocked away by Brannigan, got it back inside Harris Scott. That will count and 1. So Harris Scott, a chance for 3.
Basket fouls on Brookdale's number 30, Jackie Lingo.
Jackie Lingo picks up her first. And Harris Scott to the line where she shoots it at 50% on the season. Talia Terrell also to the bench for Brookdale. And it's a 3-point play. It's now just a 1-point lead for the Jersey Blues as Montefinice brings it across. Erico on the baseline. Bankel alone underneath and goes glass. Nice look by Erico, and Bankel left uncovered underneath. 4 minutes to go, quarter number 3. Essex has the height advantage against Montefinice, goes right at her. The bank shot missed, trying to track it down Reich, but it'll go back to the Jersey Blues. Chakasha Andrews is coming in, and Michelle Montefinice will head to the bench. So the 5 on the floor for Brookdale, it's Andrews, Lingo, Erico, Bankel, and Brannigan. 3-point Brookdale lead, 35-32, as Andrews sets it up using the Erico screen. May have gotten away with an extra step. Now Lingo on the baseline drive. Nearly traveled, threw it up off the backboard, and the rebound to Wiggins. Harris Scott goes glass for 2. Harris Scott, difficult to defend near the basket, and she's had an impact for Rowan tonight. One of their leading scorers coming in, and another strong game for the freshman. Brookdale lead back to just 1. Erico gives it up. Bankel on the drive. Nice look for Lingo, but missed on the inside. Andrews tried to poke it away from Reich. And Rowan able to settle it down with 2:40 to go in the third. Essex brings it across, puts it up from 3, well short. Andrews tracks it down. Brookdale wants to run. Stolen away, though, by Harris Scott. Ahead for Essex on a 2-on-1. Gives it up for Brown. Can't convert. Brannigan got a piece of it, and she tracks down the defensive rebound. Tight roping along the sideline against Reich. Now it's Bankel driving to the rim. And Brookdale all of a sudden having their problems scoring from in tight. Lingo tied up by Essex. Check that Wiggins. And on possession arrow, it will favor the visiting Rowan Roadrunners. As Brenna Lambert is in now. Brianna Moore has checked in for the Jersey Blues, replacing Lingo. We'll hit the 2-minute mark of this third quarter in a tight game, 35-34 Brookdale. But Rowan can take the lead on this possession, going for it right now. Short on the 3, Wiggins. And Moore has it now, taking it across the half-court line. Andrews kicks it out. Brannigan lines it up. Too strong from 3. Rebounded by Reich. The Roadrunners will slow it down. Inside, Dunn tied up by Moore. And the travel is called.
Brookdale basketball.
So Reich will head to the bench. And Victoria Aversa is in the game now for Rowan. Brookdale trying to get back organized offensively. They've seen the lead slip to just 1. Andrews is hacked going to the rim. And Shakasha Andrews just takes it on herself offensively for Brookdale. She'll get free throws out of this. Devin Wiggins picks up the personal. That's her 3rd. And Andrews hits on the first attempt.
On the line for Brookdale.
2 out of 2 from the line on Andrews' first attempt to the free throw line tonight. Now they bring back the full court press. They had a lot of success with that early on. Having trouble, Andrews the slap away, but Rowan able to get it back. And they get a whistle.
Brookdale basketball.
They must have called a travel on that. 10-second call, so Brookdale doing a great job denying the Roadrunners as they failed to advance it across the midcourt line in time. Andrews using the Erico screen. Out for Bankel. Bankel the jump step. Back out. Andrews takes it from 3. Short. And it's tracked down by Dunn. Lambert going behind the back looking to get fancy. And Andrews comes away with the steal. It's a 3-on-1. And the easy lay-in for Brianna Moore off the nice look by Andrews. Timeout Rowan. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Brookdale has opened up a 5-point lead. We'll be back.
Hello, my name is Jack Ryan, and I teach English at Brookdale Community College. The mask that I'm wearing here is simply a prop that I use in my American Lit 1 class when I teach Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Cask of Amontillado. In that short story, Poe utilizes masks both literally and metaphorically. And literature classes are meant to help students to analyze difficult texts, to break them down, and to understand what is really going on, not just explicitly, but implicitly as well, to read between the lines. That skill translates to any discipline, as do the skills that we teach in our writing courses, where we give you instruction on how to learn the tools.
Collins Arena and a tight conference game, nearly forcing the steal on Lambert. Shovel pass inside. Dunn is fouled. And Catherine Dunn will go to the free throw line for the Roadrunners, trailing by 5.
The fouls on Brookdale is number 20, Gianna Erico. That's her
And Gianna Erico picks up her second of the night. 15 foul of the quarter for Brookdale.
for the road.
Dunn, 46% free throw shooter. No good. Well, Brookdale's been at their best in this game when they force turnovers, and very often they've turned them into chances on the fast break, which they've converted. And right now, the lead is 5. Second attempt for Dunn. Short. And it's out of bounds off the Roadrunners. Brookdale will have it. A half minute to play in the third. Now the officials, 2 of them will confer. And a rather extended conversation ongoing right now. So there is just about a second differential between shot clock and game clock. See if Brookdale wants to take most of that time off the clock. Andrews right now for Erico. Nice give and go. And Erico the beneficiary. Now Andrews with the beautiful setup that time. Again, full court press on, down to 6 seconds to go. Bounce pass from Brown into the paint, tracked down, and it's going the other way. She was out of bounds. And Brookdale will have 3 seconds to work with, leading by 7, and the inbound on the far side with Moore. Moore for Andrews, 2 seconds and 1. Andrews the hoist, no good at the horn. And that will end this third quarter of play. It's a 7-point Brookdale lead, 41-34. The fourth quarter is coming up from the Collins Arena. You're watching Brookdale basketball on Brookdale TV.
Sitting with someone one-on-one in a no-stress environment, that is how you learn how to do math. And Brookdale offers that with 6 full-time members that sit around the perimeter of the room. You come to them with your math or your test review questions, and they'll sit and they'll answer it with you. If you don't have your book with you, you can check out your book. And for most of the courses, about 90% of them, we also have the solutions manual. So you can sit and you can do the work with it, and it actually has the solutions worked out. There's a computer lab that we have that has all the software that you would need to complete any of the math courses here at Brookdale, whether it's statistics with Minitab or Maple Derive for your calc course. There's 2 quiet rooms that are usually open that you're free to use. It's across from where the faculty have their offices. You can, be a part of the math department very easily. So it's a great place to come and do your work in small groups. Math lab is open 6 days a week, and all the hours are available on the site.
Hello, I'm Laura Vetter here for Brookdale TV at the ring ceremony for the women's soccer team, 2014 back-to-back national champions.
The fourth quarter underway as Brookdale starts with the basketball. The lead is 7, 41-34 over Rowan, looking to make it double figures, and they do! Andrews from 3-point range. And the first time Brookdale has had a lead as large as this, as Essex able to get it across for the Roadrunners. The pass can't be handled by Harris Scott underneath, and Rowan opens up the fourth quarter with a turnover. So this game has been tight throughout, but it just may be getting away from Rowan right now after that last make by Andrews. Andrews this time for two. It's an air ball. Brannigan tracks it down in the corner. And a second chance opportunity for the Jersey Blues. Erico deep on the baseline. Not a threat from out there. Shot clock is at 2 and 1, and it's a turnover before it could sound as Sapphire Brown back the other way for the Roadrunners. Pass inside, Harris Scott now out for Wiggins. High arcing delivery, and she connects for three. And check that it was Sapphire Brown, the long-range jumper for the Roadrunners. A 7-point game right now as Andrews brings it across for Brookdale. Moore catching fire, that's a three, can't answer back. Rebounded by Lambert. Roadrunners looking to push the tempo. Lambert inside, traveled. The officials do not let you get away with too many traveling calls in this league. They are quick to call them. And Brookdale will take that as they have the ball back. It is Brannigan guarded by Harris Scott. Shoots the three over, short. Rebound to Essex. Moore trying to save it, but it's back to Essex. Trying to dribble around three defenders, and it's a steal. Bankel ahead. Andrews taking her time, uncontested. Lays it in with the left hand. Again, three in the backcourt for Brookdale. Lambert ahead. Harris Scott right at Erico and scores. Haven't seen a lot of backcourt pressure on the Rowan side. Might see that as we go down the stretch here in the final 7.5 to play. Moore looking to take Brown off the dribble. Fouled on her way to the basket. And Brookdale will inbound underneath as Brown commits the personal. That's her second first team foul of the fourth quarter on the Roadrunners. And Rich Brunson wants to talk things over. 7:26 to go in the fourth, 7-point Brookdale lead. We're coming back to the Collins Arena.
Like a lot of people, I thought community college was a backup option, a discount education. But now, I can't imagine starting anywhere else. Brookdale challenged me. I had the tools and the faculty I needed to grow, both as a student and an engineer. Today, I'm transferring to a prestigious university and finishing a fellowship at NASA. I'm Nick Sikowski, and I came to Brookdale to save money on college. I never imagined it would be the smartest move I ever made.
My daughter was born premature, and the hospital's respiratory therapist saved her life. When the economy crashed, we moved back to New Jersey for my husband's career, but nobody was hiring drama teachers.
Andrews to inbound. Way out for Moore as Brookdale can take their time, a fresh shot clock to work with. Erico feeds the post. Bankel back out for Andrews. And Andrews will reset the offense for the Jersey Blues. Guarded by Lambert. Erico sets the screen. Andrews to the rim. No good on the scoop layup, but she's hacked. And Chakasha Andrews will go to the free throw line for Brookdale. 7:06 to play. Fouls on Brenna Lambert, and that is number 2. Last season, Brookdale swept the season series against Rowan. They won 73-68 at Gloucester County and came away with a blowout win here, 69-47 this past January.
For Brookdale,
And so looking to make it 3 consecutive wins in this matchup as Andrews makes that one and brings the Brookdale lead back to 9. It's 48-39. Reich, open look, it's a 3, and it's short. Erico lets it go, and Brookdale will get it back. Brookdale starts the night 5th place in the Garden State Athletic Conference, but of course plenty of time to go. They've only played 4 games so far, and they'll be hitting the road for much of the month of December. 6 of 8 will be on the road. They'll play 3 times this week, Thursday and Saturday as well. This is a 3 by Andrews, back of the iron. Reich tips it, Terrell the offensive rebound. Montefinice for Bankel, and she lost it out of bounds. Now an unforced error that time by the Jersey Blues. And Rich Brunson yelling to his team after that turnover. Rowan is down by 9 with 6:20 to go. Reich against Bankel. Andrews the help. Reich nearly lost it. Steps into the jumper. Too strong. Montefinice the rebound. Andrews wants to take it to the rim. Does, but missed. Rebounded by Brown. Essex will set it up for the Roadrunners. She's going to take the 3, way off the mark. Tracked down by Bankel. Numbers if they hurry, 2-on-1. Bankel to the rim and lays it in. Brown was the only trailing defender and not much of an effort to get in the way of that shot. It's the largest lead of the night for the Jersey Blues. It's 11. Essex in the corner. Double team comes. Getzinger back out. Essex pump fake on the 3. Shot clock winding down. It's at 10. Harris Scott, the spin. The shot off the glass, no. And here comes Montefinice for the Jersey Blues. Bankel for Andrews again. Numbers back for Bankel. Shot blocked this time by Essex and knocked out of bounds. So Brookdale unable to cash in on that fast break opportunity. And now we'll see a whole bunch of changes. Brannigan is in, Lyons as well. And Erico and Andrews, 2 of the Brookdale starters, will get a rest with 5:05 to go. That's an 11-point cushion for Brookdale, 50-39. Inside, Dunn, stolen by Bankel. And she'll slow it down, watched in the backcourt by Lambert. Bankel thought about the 3. Brannigan pump fake. Guarded there by Wiggins. Terrell gives it up. Bankel hard to the rim. And she'll go to the line. Blocking foul is called. It's on Rowan. First personal on Catherine Dunn. Bankel, who has drawn quite her share of fouls, most of that in the first half, makes the first attempt. Bankel, the sophomore from overseas, of course, in France. 1 out of 2 from the line, rebounded by Dunn. Rowan's going to need to move quickly. They're down by 12. Inside 4.5 minutes to play. Foul called. And Talia Terrell is guilty of the push in the paint. So that is the 3rd personal on the Jersey Blues freshman out of Keensburg. Lambert to trigger in. Wiggins drawing a crowd. Brannigan altered the shot, and it's out of bounds off Wiggins. So now Rowan showing some full court press. Bankel able to beat it. Brookdale into the front court easily. Bounce pass inside. Lyons shot. There was contact with Wiggins, but no call. And Olivia Essex will check back into the game as Sapphire Brown takes a seat for the Roadrunners. To inbound is Brannigan. Get it in for Lyons underneath, and she banks it home. Now the Jersey Blues have executed on those out-of-bounds plays time and time again. Essex the other way, wild attempt, and it was partially deflected by the Jersey Blues. So it is Essex to inbound underneath for Rowan. Shot clock at 15. Essex thought about the step back three. Cross court pass. Lambert curling to the rim. Can't convert on the runner. Tracked down by Lambert. Puts it back up from the corner. Air ball on a three. And the rebound is to Montefinis. Floats it ahead for Brannigan. Brannigan, Bankel, open, baseline. Yes. And the Jersey Blues have gotten this one out of hand. 16-point lead with 3:24 to go. Lambert, and she gets that to go to make it a 14-point deficit, as Rowan had gone quite a while without scoring. And there's a double dribble on Brannigan, and not exactly what Brookdale wanted, leading by 14 with 3:09 to go, as they'll turn it back over to Rowan College. Three minutes to go in the fourth. Brown nearly lost it. Essex against Bankel. Lyons helping out defensively. Shot clock at 12, and a foul called to bail out. Nowhere near the basket, and Hermione Bankel picks it up. Second personal on Bankel. And to inbound is Lambert for the Roadrunners. Open look, Wiggins, it's a three, short. Brannigan tipped it, Terrell comes up with it. And Brookdale can slow down the pace if they'd like, although they don't appear inclined to do so, and Bankel draws the foul. This will work against Rowan as well. Devin Wiggins picks up her fourth personal. And the fourth team foul this fourth quarter against Rowan. To inbound underneath is Moore. As there you see Bankel drawing the contact. She has the ball right now. One-on-one with Harris Scott. Back out Montefinis. Her shot blocked by Harris Scott. The putback attempt no good. And Brookdale gets another opportunity. Brianna Moore hoists from three and scores. So, not wasting any time despite being down to just over 2 minutes to go, but the lead now swells up to 17. Lambert inside, and Getzinger is hit. So Sarah Getzinger will go to the line for Rowan. 2:08 to go, and it's a 17-point lead for Brookdale.
Number 35, Sarah Getzinger, on the line for the Roadrunners.
And you take a look at the last three. Essex was there, but Moore sinks it from deep.
Number 30, Jackie Lingo checks in.
Jackie Lingo is now in for the Jersey Blues as Bankel to the bench. And 1 out of 2 from the line for Getzinger. And we'll see if they're inclined to play the foul game with about 2 minutes to go. Moore against Essex, a long three, that one's short, rebounded by Lambert. Essex taking it right at Lyons, no good. Offensive rebound, Harris Scott, she'll go to the line.
The foul number 14, Talia Terrell, that's her fifth.
And Talia Terrell has just picked up her fifth personal. and her night comes to an end with 1:52 to go. She is fouled out. So Brannigan in to replace her. And Harris Scott, who has been the Roadrunners' best offensive player in this game. This is her third chance for a three-point play on the night. But in all likelihood, it will be the second defeat for Rowan this season. And for Brookdale, not only back-to-back victories if they can hold on, but back-to-back wins against teams that came in with the best record in the conference. They'll get set for action Thursday. They'll be on the road at the County College of Morris. And then back here, December the 3rd, Saturday, when they host Northampton. It'll be Roadrunner basketball with 1:50 to go. 58-42 Brookdale. Harris Scott, catch and shoot, that's for two. Rebounded by Getzinger underneath, and she is fouled. So Brookdale keeps committing personal fouls with this big lead. And Getzinger, 59% free throw shooter, back to the line for Rowan.
For the Roadrunners.
Rowan will also play Thursday. They'll go back home and meet Bucks County. And that's the start of a 4-game homestand for Rowan. Rebounded by Harris Scott and stolen away as Brannigan comes up with it for the Jersey Blues. They can take time off the clock, and it looks like finally they're inclined to do so. Minute and a half to play as Brannigan dribbling with it top of the key. Shot clock is at 10. Brannigan starts to make her move. Had it knocked away and it's stolen. But right back, it's stolen by Ibriana Moore. The runner off the glass, no. Moore gets it back. And the Jersey Blues again can slow it down as we hit the 1-minute mark of this game. Moore watched closely by Autumn Ingram. Montefinice, and she is fouled along the perimeter. And Caitlin Rivera, who is in the game now for the Roadrunners, picks it up. So Montefinice, for the first time tonight, will go to the line.
Fouls on road numbers number 5, Kate Rivera. That's her first. Number 10, Michelle Montefinice.
And it's another strong all-around performance for the Jersey Blues. They made it happen with the full-court press for much of the night. That's really when they extended their lead in this game, as it's 1 out of 2 from the line. And the shot is put in by Victoria Aversa. About a 14-second differential between shot clock and game clock. And this one all but wrapped up for the Jersey Blues as Moore handles. Brookdale will go over the 500 mark. Wingo on the drive, and it's rebounded by Aversa. Harris Scott takes it strong to the rim. Offensive rebound, put back no by Aversa, and then she's fouled. And so for the first 4 games, Brookdale had alternated wins and losses, but that streak is going to come to a close. First time they'll string together back-to-back victories with the win tonight. Aversa's made all of her free throws so far this season, makes that one. Rebounded by Moore, and Brookdale can dribble the clock out. The final score tonight, the Jersey Blues, they get it done on their home floor. Brookdale 59, and they knock off Rowan, who scores 46 points. And Brookdale continues to dominate this matchup in season. They swept the season series last year. they win the first of 2 meetings here this season. They have one more coming against Rowan later in the season when they'll go down to Gloucester County. But it's another strong performance, and really the story of this game, as we welcome you inside our booth. I'm Brian Goudsward, and the first game of our doubleheader now in the books. Brookdale did a great job defensively. This was a Rowan team that came in. They were supposed to be the strong team defensively, among the conference leaders in steals, but it was Brookdale who had the edge in that department for some really good opportunities, had that big stretch at the end of the first quarter, brought the lead up, and then really took advantage in the fourth quarter, turning the ball over did Rowan, and Brookdale turning it into shot opportunities on their end. So they get another impressive win as the first game of our doubleheader in the books, another win for the Jersey Blues. They knock off Rowan by 13 points tonight, and Tim Catalfama will be coming up next for the men's game as the Jersey Blues will again host the Rowan Roadrunners. So that's a wrap for me in the booth. I'm Brian Goudsward. We'll take a break right now, and we'll see you back here with Tim Catalfama on the call of the second game of our doubleheader. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a good night.
Hundreds of community members, elected officials, and Brookdale employees came together in support of higher education on May 29th at the 2015 Scholarship Ball. The event, hosted by the Brookdale Foundation, featured live music, dinner, dancing, and a wide range of opportunities to help support scholarships for local students.
And there are many opportunities for our students to grow, to learn because of our foundation.
Attendees were able to silently bid on hundreds of donated items in gift baskets or participate in live auctions.